Yes, time. 33, 4. Okay, I am the biggest proponent of 24-hour time, but I regret to inform all of you that it is 24-hour time. Unless this is, now I've seen these that are stopwatches or have timers in them. Or you can flip them over to display the temperatures, like the low and the high, so that like it might just be in a different mode. But 40 degrees Celsius would be pretty hot, and 40 degrees Fahrenheit would be pretty cold. Might be outside. I don't know. Is it dying? Well, what do you think? I'm actually a little conflicted on this one because the top bar and whatever this viewer thingy, it looks fine. So is it just displaying an image of something that's messed up? Who knows? If you put this many stickers on the front of your computer that aren't decorative or cute, it deserves to die anyway. Yeah, sure, I'll dial you later. Incoming call. Oh, look, it's Einstein on the beach. Look it up. 2128134929729. My phone is now actively lying to me. 414, 68% charged. 40%. Pick a battery. You can run a battery calibration on with Apple stuff, but also Apple is known for lying about their batteries, so my display name is one letter, so that letter is always highlighted, even in the middle of a word. David, don't you know? Ooh, they believe in magic. The distance of the sun is always relative to the view. You know. Again? Want to see you at Iron Horse? Just what are you trying to say exactly? This is a very long, drawn out point. I see none. I've made several videos about which he has never addressed and won't address. Something at Thomas Morgan actually will never wait till hell freezes over for Flurfs to provide any evidence there is a dome. Where do all the farts go? Okay, I'm more interested in the source post. Like, first off, this is why there's usually a 3-character minimum limit for usernames. Second off, what's going on here? Is this some sort of weird email exchange? What happened? Guys, do you think he found Mario's mom? The Game Theorist uploaded. I found Super Mario's mom. 40 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. I as you know, I like to take these posts apart a little bit to see just how they work. I know there is some tools that let you A/B test like thumbnails and stuff, but the thumbnail doesn't appear to change unless it just loads the most recent one. I'm guessing this is an automated tool that screwed up and like accidentally posted the same thing 50 billion times and then exploded. But it could also just be YouTube notifications. I don't get notifications for anyone, even if I do hit the bell. Touchscreen moment. I don't want to touch it anymore. No, thank you. What weird core masterpiece is this? Aliens got to my flash drive, apparently. Oh, yeah, that's what being probed will do to you. Wow, guys, check out that new look. Microsoft, check out our new look. Blinding emptiness of light. Office has a new look. Oh, God. The dark mode on Office wasn't dark enough before, and now they're just gonna blind us. It's a simple forks or no question. What? A couple of questions. Will you or patient be in Washington State at the time of this visit? Forks! Just forks! Always answer forks. Wait, numbers come back? Creating a new canvas of 0 by 360. What did you do? Why is the calculator dial pad so squished? I was about to start my Xbox One and oh my! Yes, this is carpet mode. Many devices, there's also a denim mode for those so inclined. We're not sure why they're inclined that way. We're very sorry. Fallout looking a bit different. It looks like a character from Saints Row when you put all the sliders to 0 and you're just running around the game as Slenderman. Package arrived at carrier facility. Package arrived at carrier facility. Package left the carrier facility. Package arrived at the carrier facility. Package arrived at the carrier facility. Package arrived at the carrier facility. I like to think the package got nervous and just wanted to go back to the carrier facility. This is fine. Everything is fine. Oh, God. I'm not reading all of that. I'm scared. Unclear why password is incorrect. Password. Your password must have a minimum of 8 characters, which it has. It also must have 3 of the following. 0 to 9, a number. A to Z, a lowercase. A to Z, an uppercase. Plus 1 of these symbols. Your password does not fulfill all the requirements. Probably a really stupid thing. It might have a space. Some older hash algorithm. I forget what the actual mechanism is called that takes the password and hashes, etc. Don't support spaces. Yeah. You can't get away from Razer software. Installing Windows 18%. Don't turn off your PC. This will take a while. Razer gaming software. Server active. LG cell phone logic. It's telling me to charge it, but it's fully charged. Battery low, 100%. Charge your phone. It just wants to feel loved. My friends Excel decided to do a Picasso interpretation of a pie chart. That looks calculated though. Like, I think this might be one of the presets, because like it's calculating the midpoint of each section and bowing it in, like for all of the, this might be an actual preset. I just wanted to play FNAF 2. How many times did you want to play it? Apparently, my laptop was updating and missed PowerPoint inspection day. Better late than never, I guess. The diagnosing your PC message had turned into diagnosing your, for whatever reason. Diagnosing your PP. I was not aware that HP was offering these services. I feel like there might be a little bit of transmission of health data waivers that you might have to sign, because this would be sensitive information and only applicable to about 50% of the population. Also weird that Microsoft has first-party drivers for it. I guess I didn't have a problem. What was the biggest technical issue with your call? Nothing. I guess I'm fine. It appears that Windows is confused. Windows stays up today to help. Don't turn off your PC. Protect you in an online world. This was pure display gore. We got the pub till 3 p.m. Unlike 6 p.m. Top music stays at 9 p.m. Healthy ham and avocado. Video toaster salad. Recently played 32 degrees. People in play classical piano. 33 degrees. Try 12. Alexa, now blow 5. Out mystery and Netflix. Bat 38 2020. From Alexa app photos. Can't tell if I did really well or really bad. 0th place. Total time, no time. This looks like you just didn't finish. I'm curious what game this is. This looks vaguely like GT Legends, a really old game I used to play. Dang, I knew the game was big, but not this big. Elden Ring installing. Completes about 26 minutes, 58 seconds. Disk, 1.51 gigabytes of 22.26 gigabytes. Network, 281.38 megabytes of 16,777,215.99 terabytes. And that's how we find a variable type error. Yeah, the maximum number that you can store in that type of integer, which I can't remember if it's long or float, is 16,700 and something 16, and it's maxing out because they used the wrong variable type. I'm surprised that's in like an actual interface. I don't know what this is. Guessing a console though, because it's on a TV. Good to know that my Debian, which is a Linux distribution, has been already running way before Linus Torvalds created the Linux kernel. Is it 1970? Wait, hang on. Uptime, 19,401 days. Of course, this being a Linux post, they expect you to do everything yourself because they think intuitive design is some kind of salad. But yeah, if we look that up, it's 19,000 days roughly from today is 1971. 1970 is like the first day of computers. So this just means that you're running on a computer that either doesn't have a BIOS battery or just has never had its date set, and it's set to 1970. Congratulations. Said goodbye to the graphics card. Ooh. Those are some very pretty triangles coming out of that truck. I like the way in this one failed though, because like it doesn't just randomly draw triangles all over the screen. This looks like some sort of 1990s word art just exploding out of the side of the truck, trying to make it exciting in death. I'm saving this hierarchy extra hard, apparently. Picture tree, save hierarchy. Save hierarchy again. I don't want to. Again, step 5 out of 4. We're not done until we're done. I'm sorry, what? Ready to cast. To watch on the big screen, tap the cast button from any cast-enabled app. Formatted Fahrenheit temperature. Metadata line 1. Metadata line 2. Breadcrumbs. Metadata line 3. Restaurant menu does not appreciate trying to zoom out or scroll. God, I hate this so much. Okay, minor rant. As most of you know, I can't see well. Chunks of my optic nerve are dead, and I have the visual resolution of a VHS tape. Literally, about 10% of normal vision. So many websites. If you try to enlarge the font, everything on the on the page squishes together. The menus get crammed into the center of the page. The stupid border in the bottom that keeps popping up. And then there are other pages that are like, oh, you can't zoom in. We're not going to let you zoom in because of aesthetics or something. I was like, I don't care how good your aesthetics are if I can't freaking read your freaking menu. And then like I try to use my screen reader on it and it's an image of text instead of actual text. Just let people pinch to zoom. I don't care if it's ugly, if I can't use it. If it's very pretty, but I can't read your menu, I'm not going to your freaking restaurant. It really wants me to search.
Search. It's all that's left. It's all you will ever need. Search.
I just wanted to see console variations. Why is there a puppy? Do you have more information? Or is anything incorrect? Everything is incorrect! SMS fail! Menu defined, undefined. Yeah, this is why we test with a small group of test users, and then you do a phases rollout. So that if you screwed it up, you only send it to 1,000 people instead of 500,000. Good job. My pinned apps were a little shy.
Just a little tiny, just a little bit of Firefox. Just a little bit of command line. Just a tiny bit of plugins.
UQuiz is having a moment. Oh no. Oh God. Question 1 of 9. Pick a sin.
All of them.
60 hours in a day. Only if you try hard enough and have a absolutely stunning amount of disrespect for time itself. Microsoft Word messes up the Apple button. I mean, I think it's funny. It's just Microsoft's quiet way of being like, no, screw you. Yeah, they're using Word on a Mac. Nobody uses Pages. Get over it, Apple. We're gonna screw up your logo. I like that. Editors curated by PlayStation. It almost looks intentional. Like, this looks like Armageddon. Half beautiful up at the top, and the rest of it was filmed with the Sony Handycam. I'm sorry, how much? 26.7 petabytes found. Free up disk space by safely deleting temporary web browser. Google Chrome cache is holding 26.7 petabytes. To give you an idea of how much a petabyte is, Amazon Storage has this thing called a snowball. They will mail it to you if you have a lot of data. You can put all the data on the snowball very quickly, and then you mail it back to them, and then they install it in their servers, and then that's where your data lives. I think the maximum size for a snowball, at least the last time I looked at it, which was years ago, was a petabyte, a single petabyte. The snowball is the size of a really chunky carry-on for like a flight. Like, we're going somewhere for a week, but I still need to shove it in the overhead. That's the size of a snowball, and that's 1 petabyte. Google Chrome is holding 26 petabytes of data, which is enough data to fill a couch. I think everybody here has questions. SoundCloud really wants me to listen to some tunes. Okay, you have your clock, your calendar. Don't forget to give your dog the heart guard. We got some news and stuff, and that's SoundCloud rules all. Thanks, speed test. Download 23.6, upload 0.01. To be fair, given that graph, this is photoshopped. I think, or the app skewed the graphic weird, but the line goes backwards. It makes an S. That's not how time works. Did time go backwards while you were running did you run the speed test when daylight savings time kicked in? Silent Sea in front of United States. Cayman Islands, Cambodia, Cameroon, United States, Cape Verde. Yeah, there are hidden characters you can put in front of those to make things rise to the top of the list. Like if 99% of your audience is from the United States, you can just have it at the top of the list so that people aren't scrolling forever. But I'm not aware of any characters that get sorted at CAN instead of camera. So it'd be CAN or O. So co United States. I have no idea what they did. Gotta verify the verification. Verifying 248%. Look, they're very, very particular. And as somebody who is very particular, I appreciate this. Make sure those files are extra crispy. Thanks, Steam. So, is it gonna storm or not? 30 degrees, mostly cloudy. Partly cloudy conditions from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. with drizzle expected at 10 a.m. So today it's a 0% chance of this. Look, I know the percentage thing. I know that 0%. Actually, no, I don't. I know that 20% means 20% of the air region is likely to receive rain, not if there's a 20% chance of rain. But just 0 is just like, I don't know, but maybe if it does, like, I told you, it's gonna rain somewhere, it's not here. Long float. Progress, 18.9360. Yeah, format your darn numbers. When you are specifying a variable type, You can either do a real number or a float or an integer or something like that, and you can usually specify, you can do format or whatever language you're using, you can use the formatters to format the number that you actually print to the screen. And if you don't do that, you end up with this, especially when you're calculating percentages, because they're just gonna go on forever. Excuse me? Your system reported only negative blah, 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 physical memory. Half-life requires at least 16 megabytes. This is an actual thing. You should be able to run in compatibility mode. Any stuff beyond 4 gigabytes gets very weird for older software, because when hard drives were like 20 megabytes, 4 gigs seemed like a good mathematical number to stop for efficiency, so that computers weren't calculating stuff to God knows where on the hard drive, and it was, not a practical number at the time. I know older Adobe products would not open if you had more than 1 terabyte of space free on the scratch disks for things like Illustrator and Premiere and things like that, because it didn't have the math to figure out, oh, this is larger than a terabyte, I need to calculate beyond that. Because those kind of things get put in for efficiency, because you don't need, you operate within your time. But yeah, I think there's a compatibility mode. There's a 32-bit compatibility mode that should fix this. Yeah, good luck. This is certainly a surprise. Molo, I have a surprise for you. Your move. You took some pills? It seems bigger. Also, I don't think all the blood's getting to your brain because you didn't actually take the piece. Come to Taco Bell. We have tacos, burritos, and even as a connoisseur of Taco Bell and somebody who desperately wants them to call me, I can confirm that all of the are delicious. And you will leave Taco Bell feeling completely unknowable. It's wonderful. God, I want Taco Bell. AI will take over the Earth. Also AI. Couldn't think of a better title. 86, 87, 88. Incorrect number. The next number is 1. No stats have been changed since the current number was 0. Meet a counting bot. No, stupid bot can't count. What? Why? Huh? Okay. There are checks under 86 and 87. There's a warning under 88. From what I've seen of Discord bots, that usually indicates a command didn't go through or there was a problem. I'm guessing counting bot either crashed or was rebooted or was going through maintenance at that time and reset all counters to 1 or 0. I've never heard of counting bot. This is just kind of what I'm thinking the back end of this was. I did a thing! You... When Task Manager is not responding, what do I use to kill Task Manager? The power cable. Do it, you coward. Thank you, I know. Existing account. This account already exists. Yeah, this is a screwy thing on the Twitter app. Because I used to just log out of Twitter to keep myself sane. Now I just deleted the app. But if you're logging in, they will, to actually get to the login part, they put you through like 2 registration screens. So it looks like you're logging in, but you're actually registering for a new account. I've done this so many times. Terrible UI. The is successfully installed. The is successfully installed into your computer. Reallusion Hub. Okay, all right. That just gives off virusy vibes. It might be something I don't know about, but the fact that says the is successfully, go back to the last backup. Us aircraft carriers. Oh, U.S. aircraft carriers. Sorry. Capitalize them both. All U.S. carriers. List of all U.S. carriers. American Airlines. Yes. The USS Nimitz. Yes. USS Theodore Roosevelt, yes. Yes, technically, that's a U.S. carrier. You said U.S. carrier. That's aircraft. That's carrier. I don't know what you do. You want Google to figure out that you wanted aircraft carrier, you got to say aircraft carrier. You said it in your title, but you didn't say it in the search. If you asked me for all U.S. carriers, I'd be like, carriers of what? This one's not fair. No points. I won't agree to anything. EA. Yes. No. Too bad. We're in your wallet. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be buying from Etsy, but apparently I'm supposed to purchase this man.
Get what you love at Etsy. Some earrings, 6 tins of something, and Jeremy.
Thanks, War Thunder. Well, there was an attempt. That actually might be your graphics card. This one might actually be a graphics card because it's exactly half. Have to see it in motion, but good luck. I'm melting. The city of Johnson is 6,550 degrees Celsius.
It's just a bit hazy.
Feels like 710,000. Sorry, no. 7,107,477 degrees. The high was 65,536. And those of you that are paying attention know that that's where they put the decimal point. And that's the maximum value of the integer. And low of -2. At least I got that right. That must be a different variable. Airport software allowed a negative tip to cancel Oh, no. Oh. I will never do this, although we'll get back to that in a second. But I do want to start just doing this with tip fields because tip fields need to be validated or at least pass through an operator that always makes them positive because you are allowing the customer to adjust the total amount. So you should always be taking that value and then passing it through either a quick bit of math or a negate operation that will always make sure it is positive. However, I was in Newark Airport probably about 6 months ago, and I was starving, and I'd been up for like 30 hours, long story, and I wanted pizza. I could smell pizza from somewhere in the airport, and I knew it'd be overpriced. But I had like 3 hours left till my flight to Pennsylvania, and I had to find the pizza. I found the pizza. I just wanted like cheese personal pan, and I knew it'd be overpriced. I was prepared to pay like 15 bucks. Whatever, it's stupid. They wanted $22 for one that had one topping. And when you removed the topping, you got something called a red pie, which had no cheese on it, for $17. When you have capitalism just so hard that you have removed the pizza from pizza. It is 3 ingredients and you have removed one of them and are still trying to sell it as pizza. That close to New York, that's a very dangerous game. Chase just about gave me a heart attack today. You made a debit card transaction of 61,000 with Community Health. Did they like run your card for like the full bill of something? You're receiving this because it's $125. Yeah, I'd want to know about any transactions that were $60-something thousand. I assume this is a mistake on the health network's part, and they accidentally ran like all the transactions for that day, or ran it without insurance or something, or like did a pending. I don't know what they did, but it's good Lord, nothing health related should ever cost an individual $61,000. That is a car. That's a full car, like a nice car. That's a down payment on a house. What the hell? Chair? Chair. Correct. I don't know what you want from me. That's definitely a chair. It's not a new tab though. Introducing transparent app logos. I'm dumb. What am I looking at here? Most of the Photos is gone. That's just it didn't access the file quickly enough to render it. Just reboot. I feel like that's a trick question. Please confirm you're 18 or older. Required. Choose spring rolls. Wood ear chicken. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm dumb. So they wanted a question that was basically a checkbox that said, yes, I am 18. No, I am not over 18. And then they merged it with the next question, which I guess is if you would want spring rolls or chicken with no C. My Wi-Fi turned into a flashlight. I'm suck. Okay, all right. As somebody who has designed a lot of Wi-Fi networks, I gotta see. Oh, it's just an icon colliding because you changed the orientation of your screen. That was disappointing. I wanted to see you light up like a little LED with 100 milliwatts of power, or like one of the not quite legal production space variants that you need an FCC license for. At 125 milliwatts. Do you guys watch Twitch on? Watch by platform. Web, Android, iOS. You know, I used to get this too when I used to stream on Twitch. At one point, I think it was like Chromecasts or like, web can, I use that term for all the stick, kind of like Roku sticks and things like that, which is fair. I mean, I used to watch Twitch on a Roku stick. So like, I guess that's what it is. But yeah, it didn't show sometimes. I don't know if because like it had a trademark in it or something. I don't know. Average day after updating KDE. And I mean, no offense, but this is my problem with Linux. I'm spending more time with the actual operating system, even if I can customize it. I love that part of it. And I love being able to control stuff, and I love being able to, fine tune every single bit. But once I have everything fine tuned, I want to go do stuff. I want to go make things. I have stuff to record and videos to film. And if I update my graphical user interface, not even the operating system, just the GUI, and it turns into Squarespace clown confetti, I'm gonna spend another hour Googling crap because it thinks every letter is an emoji instead of just getting actual work done. I love Linux for servers, but oh my God, as a desktop operating system, no thank you. I didn't know Mario was a wizard. Have you seen the man jump? No, I'm not even gonna start the post yet. Have you seen him jump, even in the originals? The man has no respect for gravity. We've already established that, and he eats mushrooms the size of him and grows twice his size. What? Anyways, Hogwarts Legacy rekindles that Harry Potter match. Can you play as Mario in Hogwarts Legacy? Because then maybe money would go to Nintendo instead of J.K. Rowling, and I'd actually play it.
Why is it censored? Why is what censored? Oh, I don't think censored's the right word here. I think poorly constructed? Did not know we live on Mars. Yeah, where the hell have you been, dude? My teammate in League went AFK. We asked him why, and he sent us this. No excuses, bro. Not valid. You could have played through that. Newest flavor of Linux. Eye bleeding yellow. Oh my god, you weren't kidding about that. Whew, that's hard to look at. What a nice email. Thank you, Microsoft. Really appreciate you. I do not like whatever this is. What in the world? Hold on, what even... Yeah, it's a little strange. What, is this the Panda Express? What is this? That's what it is, right? I think I'm identifying this correctly. I love old games. Why'd you have to call it old? You didn't need to call it old, okay? It's not that old. Stop. Well, that's one way to hold a gun. Oh, no, not this old game again. No, stop. Looks like I can't open a new tab. The webpage at Chrome New Tab might be temporarily down. Didn't know that was a possibility. Cool. I think they delivered my package. No, I don't think so. The light panel at my school. I could see the word medium, low, and high, and then excuse me? Didn't quite catch that last part. Your browser has been updated to the newest version. Here's what's yeah, I just went back to the past and contributed more. You did what? Oh my god. Okay, that's pretty goddamn great though. That's hilarious. I don't know if this counts as software gore or if these are just that expensive. Mr. Pen whiteboard erasers. I think it's down to demand. They've only got 4 left. And the demand is pretty high, so you're gonna have to pick it up real fast. I don't think I fancy Italian food anymore. Wait, what is coprophagia? Or coprophagy? Is the consumption of... Gee willikers, that didn't just happen on accident. Nope, I refuse to believe this is an actual bug. You did something here. That was one long piss. When your Xbox console goes idle, you'll see your forthcoming activities. You were here 29,000 hours ago? Damn! Didn't know planes could be 1.5 times the size of Earth. You didn't? Have you ever watched a flight tracker? Of course they can be. Chess has a visual glitch on this airplane's monitor that only happens when I play as Black? Huh. Maybe stop playing chess and just watch a crappy rom-com. My app's just vanished. Okay, but that's pretty goddamn hilarious, though. Maybe you should actually read some of your freaking emails, you psycho! Two-factor authentication. I think I almost invented a new word on accident. Enter an authenticator app code or recovery code. Must be a positive number. What does this website know that we don't? It's preheating. Is it? Hold on, what's the temperature at? Ever since 2 days ago, every time I boot up my PC, the printer immediately prints a copy of this math worksheet. Have you been doing it? The computer knows that you're ignoring your studies. I didn't like this new icon update. I don't like it either. Maybe you should get a different Reddit app. You know, one that doesn't suck. Maybe I should really refresh. I mean, you do whatever you want. I don't control you. I'm not your dad, dude. I don't care. I don't care. What do you want from me? Don't remove card. Please remove card. What do you want me to do? Can't wait to see it. Test movie. Synopsis. We don't friggin' know. We've got action, though. We know that much. So for $7, you're gonna be surprised. Response from Capital One while applying for a credit card about a year ago. No. That's completely fair. Have a nice day. I do kind of wish that every denial was just this, right? That's so much more fun, and I'm really happy they let you print this out. What's wrong with my McDonald's app? It's McDonald's. That vanilla cone is not going to be what you want. Actually, none of these are going to be what you want. All I did was reset the Wi-Fi router. Hold on, give me a second. You know what? It took me longer than I'm willing to admit that this is supposed to be on the same screen. I thought these were somehow a before and after image, or this was somehow a before and after image. So I was trying to find the differences and what was wrong. Didn't realize it was on the I'm I'm sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. Say, what the hell is that little thing right there over on the left? Is that what I think it is? There's no friggin' way, right? You don't have to be an expert to know that this is not how Rubik's Cubes work. I'm not an expert at all, but yeah, I don't think breaking it apart's gonna help. Okay, I guess I will wait until then. You are at the limit of 3 selections of PC for offline excuse me? What? Samsung dryer is flame grilling my laundry. Cooking. Now only monitoring function is available. The icons on the bottom row of my school's software have undergone meiosis? That's school software for you. My scope broke in CSGO. Well, you better go catch it. I don't even. You don't need to even, dude. You just need to hard shut this down. Like, right now. Although, you know what the code is, so look that up when you get this thing back on. It's March. Let's see. Way to close all your rings 0 times. You've just won your September award. No. Hell yeah, dude. My me disappeared. Oh dear. Where did he go? Oh, wait a minute. Are you in, Oh. I'm an idiot. Don't worry. I know it's emulation. What shall I choose? Maybe an object? No. So I asked my laptop to print 2 sheets of paper. And clearly that was just too much of an ask. Although it looks like an old Alienware. When Alienwares die, dude, they die. Yeah, sure, will do. Choose a video that's shorter than 0 seconds. I don't think I can do that, dude. Oh no, not the exclamation mark. Could not enable the... Okay. I always hear great things about Fruity Loop Studios. I was playing GTA Online and somehow the in-game website broke. Okay, but that's just mad funny though, right? Like, am I crazy? Icons go brrr. They really did. Is this Android Auto? Because that would make a little bit... Yeah, it totally is. That makes more sense. Thank you, Intel, for the quality software, as always. Let's see. Please resolve these errors and retry installation. 1 or more issues cause the setup to fail. Thank you, Intel Software Installer. Man, how the mighty have been getting their ass kicked. Good job, Intel. Can't wait for Ahsoka to come out in 977 years. Look, good things come to those who wait, okay? Absol bugged the game. Absol? Oh, I see. Pokemon. Yeah, that's an understatement. Sonic Kiosk. Oh, it's not the fun type of Sonic. Never mind. Yes, all the new... Why can't I read? Yes, the all-new Bose SoundLink. Let's see. Oh, hey, they finally added cooking functionality. I've been waiting a while. These little ThinkPads have more storage than I expected. I mean, in 2 miles, split your car in half. Does Google Maps think that you're driving Herbie? Like from was it the first movie where he split in half and doesn't matter. Apple's automatic albums are great. 1 year ago, Spring Dining. I really hate automated albums. They're terrible. Glad that's not really happening right now. What a high-quality vehicle. New WWE game character glitch. Okay, well, let's be as fair as possible here. If you're buying a WWE game in any year, from any decade, if it doesn't do weird shit like this, you kind of got robbed. Ah, yes, a non-responding app using 44 gigabytes of RAM. I understand. 44 gigabytes of Windscribe? What the hell? I got 64 gigabytes of RAM. If anything ever took that much, I'd have to call the police, okay? Accidentally clicked an ad and then this happened. Well, you're screwed. I'm sorry. My password's been expiring in 5 days for the past 10 days. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't help. You don't need text, my PC, probably. No, you know what everything is. I mean, there's text right there on the left, you liar. So that's why the music is so loud. I didn't know you could go that high. I didn't know you could do that. The plane has landed wherever the hell this is. That's one of those chunk errors from Minecraft. That's where they've landed. Thought I had a bug on my leg. It's getting warm out here, man. My 3DS is thinking that I've played Mystery Dungeon for 2 whole days straight while I was sleeping or at work. System was off during that time. Jeez. Well, the 3DS has been crippled. Remember, it is now totally fine and normal to... I think those guys are kinda cold. I mean, probably. Are those all 4... Wait, the 4 Lyft drivers in Antarctica. I knew they were real. Ah, yes, the BIOS. Oh no, dude, no! Oh, that's unfortunate. Solving America's tipping culture problem. That's one way to do it, sure! I love Electron apps. Electron apps? See, some of these are getting a little too technical for my taste, you know what I'm saying? I can't delete a file because it exists? Let's see here. The file exists. That is correct. But hey, it's only 1 byte. Not like you're really missing out on much here. Unexpected visitor in my form? Oh, there's the little guy. You know, he's been popping up in strange places lately, I feel. Anyone want to play this? I wouldn't mind giving it a go. I am a little curious.
Welcome to Canada Computers and Electronics. What are you looking for? 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 What are you looking for?
What are you looking for?
What are you looking for? Blender made a friend! Aw, Blender and OBS. A match made in janky open source heaven. This was a few months back. I don't know if this is software gore or that the drivers are having an off day. Okay, look, I have friends who are artists. This is not software gore. This is not bad driving. This is called shading. It's art. Look it up. No, but this is kind of hilarious. I want the vehicle that's capable of this.
Yoshi!
Are you okay? Are you asking? I don't think there should be an opportunity for Yoshi to answer yes. I think just immediately to the hospital. You could say I'm a little old. December 31st, 1969. I'm gonna skip right back the whole epoch and date thing that I've already explained several times because it's much more fun to imagine a digital camera from 1969. I don't remember Adventure Capitalist looking like this. I didn't know there was a game called Adventure Capitalist, but looking at the interface is probably not up my alley. I'm pretty sure this is a font issue. It looks like it either loaded the wrong or is missing a bunch of glyphs. The thing is, it doesn't seem to be consistent, which kind of confuses me. But yeah, the engine clearly didn't pick up some information before just blitting it all over the screen. iPad OS 16, now with invisible icons. Yeah, there are some people that just commit way too hard to the whole minimalism thing, but I'm glad, you know, there's an iPad for them. I was playing a game, and I got an ad that was extremely glitchy. I mean, the fact that it looks like that almost makes me slightly more interested because crappy mobile game that looks free to play goes somewhat cursed is an idea that could be worth exploring. An OTP email I received from a major Middle Eastern airline. I know OTP is one-time password or one-time PIN or whatever, but it just looks like one topic. Anyways, okay, so your PIN is there, the 13 something something. Enter the one-time password. Verification code must be 6 characters, unless you have a very weird font running on that website, but there's a lot of space after that 5. Yes, they should be sanitizing the input and stripping out the spaces, but I also like to be fair when you can see, like, you can reach a middle ground with software. Yeah, you have this, yeah, that's 7 characters. From here, at least. Like, again, if you only entered 6, but usually if you copy paste, it'll copy that trailing space. Couldn't even play a web game. This looks like the Rockettes made out of popsicle sticks. I'm vaguely concerned about what web game this is. Apex, how many hours are in a day again? Special treasure pack. 23 hours, 13 minutes, 24 seconds. Is the 5965 also supposed to be part of the hours? Yeah, that went south. It looks slightly brighter, but I think it's just because it's a photo of a screen. Yeah, that's a whole lot of hours. You might want to consider a day counter. I just want to clear out some Bluetooth devices. Are you sure you want to remove the device?
No.
I don't want to go. Man, Windows 11's control panel. I have one machine that came with Windows 11, and the control panel still does not have the bugs worked out yet. Not enough disk space to install Ubuntu. Required 19 gigabytes. Available 477 gigabytes. Okay, but they need 19 really big gigabytes. Okay, like your 477, they're like fun size gigabytes. I remember an older version of Adobe Photoshop. I think it was like CS6, possibly older. If you had a 1 terabyte or larger drive, it didn't have the integer or variable or whatever set to that like above, be able to calculate above that amount. So if you had, like a 2 terabyte drive and you had 1.7 terabytes free and you tried to install Photoshop, it'd say you didn't have enough space because it had no idea that there was a bigger number than 1 terabyte at the time the software was released. I actually think this might have been an even older install. But regardless, the way to fool it was to create an empty null file and use, I forget what the command or tool was, to make it like 1 terabyte, to tell the file system it is 1 terabyte, fill up a terabyte of space, install it, because then it'll be less than a terabyte, and then just delete that file. The file was never actually a terabyte of space, it just reserved a terabyte of space so that there were only 700 and something gigs left. Fun times! But Ubuntu should know better, especially newer versions. How the hell does my phone have infinite pages? Yes, it continues off the screen. Checked. I have no idea. I know when I ran Nova Launcher, it was very easy to create a new page. So have it in your pocket for a little bit and have something too close to the edge? I don't know. Good luck. Where is my device?
Searching for wireless display and audio devices. Where is my device?
Oh, it's right here. It's the... What even happened? I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. What happened was, you see, I like to imagine that every once in a while you just get to pin your phone to the corner and ask it like one question, like, you did this stupid thing, why? Airplane map. Look, I'm from Florida, so, the education system not that great, but I'm pretty sure Los Angeles isn't over there. I'm pretty sure it's over here. I'm also not entirely sure how many Bucharests Iceland is in possession of. You might want to return that before they notice. Bug I found while using MuseScore normally. I don't know how I would play this, but I'm sure it's possible somehow. I swear this app was called Music Score. Maybe it's called MuseScore now. Okay, this is a glissando. Wow, this is a tech meme featuring music notation software. Thank you, MK. I wasn't expecting a handcrafted meme just for me today. So a glissando is when you slide between 2 notes, but the notes obviously have to be different pitches for you to slide between them. This is an F and a B flat, and an F and a B flat, and another F and a B flat. Nothing is sliding anywhere. I have seen types of glissandos where you could just start from a random high note and slide back down into the note again. But there's always like a ghost note with a little X or something like that notated above, or it's written out, literally written out in text above the... I don't know what this is. The little wavy line can also mean tremolo, so maybe they just put it like at a really drunken angle. I'm trying here, but this just looks stupid.
Unlimited power.
Let's say, okay, all right, this is German, I think. Wait, is it saying that it's been at 80% but not charging? Do me a favor, just take a Geiger counter, run it across the back of your phone, just to make sure. This game ad failed to load properly. It's just one glowing statue, something? Oh no, it was one of those moving puzzle games. Now this is interesting. This is actually, because I've only ever seen mobile game ads that are video before immediately yeeting the game off of my phone. I don't play games on my phone. I hate ads and there's no physical buttons. But this game ad didn't actually load properly, but it showed the light effect, which means it's rendering in the game engine that the ad is for, which means you have to write the game ad for the game engine, possibly, which means you could theoretically start adding live ads to mobile games that if you play worse, you get more ads. Or if you play in a way they don't want you to, they could add more ads into the game engine because they're being rendered by the game engine. Would this be incredibly annoying? Yes. Am I trying to cause the death of mobile games? Also yes. Some weird and completely unrelated suggested grammar I received while writing a guide on cloud-hosted files in Outlook. Grammar. Double check whether these words are in the right order. Refresh the page after the files have been uploaded. Okay. New mums choose these options because they feel safe and comfortable, even though they are not as effective as medical pain treatment. I had no idea new mothers were more likely to choose OneDrive over local file storage. Thanks! Word? Is this Office 365? Go home, you're drunk. I don't remember Ubuntu looking like this. It's the next layer of Linux obfuscation. You're presented with the raw output from the GPU, and you have to assemble the frames together in your mind, or via the command line. Doom, right? That's the whole Walking Dead. Doom Eternal Campaign. Doom Eternal Battle Mode. The Walking Dead. A New Frontier Episode 2, The Walking Dead Episode 3. Yeah, if anybody gets back up in Doom Eternal, you shoot them again. Usually with a bigger gun. I would know, I've played far too much of the entire franchise. Didn't know a textbook could cost me a fortune. You didn't? Anyways, Rocket Book Panda Planner in size A4. Okay, black one. Okay, I love the colors. Cute. Oh, I was dumb and looking for a dollar sign because I'm a dumb, stupid American. 21.495 comma. Okay, sorry, the formats are swapped. That's 21,500 euros. How many are you buying? Quantity says 1. Does it come with an actual rocket or an actual panda or both? Because that's the only justification for that price. Interesting move from the Rook. No, you may not. How did you even get that? Where'd you start from? Is that the diagonal? Is that blue square like the last square? You can't. No, you may not. Hall of Mirrors and AutoCAD Mechanical. Oh no, you've pissed it all off now. I never got good enough at AutoCAD Inventor to do anything like this. And Fusion 360, it was pretty bulletproof. I opened the Samsung Files app today and it died on me. Yeah, I was, wow. Okay, that's worse than I was experiencing. Yeah, I was trying to back up my old phone, and good lord, the Samsung Files app sucks. Last thing I saw before Guitar Hero 3 crashed, they have ascended. It is too late for them, but not for you. Run! The app my school uses for grades. Education software is just, it's a special kind of mess. It always seems like they're charging way too much for institutions that can't afford it, and then it's running in a web browser. It's not even an app. You can tell because there's the zoom controls on the bottom, which means it's just displaying a web page. And unless you're going to like a college for design, in which case this actually looks kind of cool. If this is supposed to be readable, you have failed. What exactly have you found? Search. Found. I think they found you. The hearts seems to be broken for me. Weird. It's like it's sending it as an image instead of the actual emoji. I think if you don't have an emoji, you just get a white square, but I don't know now. Also depends on the app. Now I'm curious. Twitter DM reactions breaking when you send them from the web client. Well, I only use the web client. What? Test heart, test fire, test. Funny one. Test surprised one. Ah, interesting. I really hope that's not what they look like to other people, because I react to messages all the time as basically I have read this. Weather in Serbia can be quite rough. I see Serbia has invested wisely, though, in the vertical line of defense that slices storms in half. Very nice. This font messes with my command line settings. Windows Moment, IBM Plex Mono Light. Wow, so in rendering the glyphs of the font, it's screwing up other elements of the actual UI. I'm not sure if that's a font issue or a driver issue. Huh, that's a weird one. I like that. That's cool. I'm sorry you have to deal with it, but that's cool. That's an interesting little view into how those boxes are rendered. How am I supposed to do that? Setup has detected that setup is currently running. Please close all instances of it now. Then click OK to continue or cancel to exit. So I'm not sure what setup this is, but I'm guessing you have another setup running. Just check processes, kill the other setup. If you're not currently installing something else might be installing something that you don't know about, and you should probably run a malware scan. When ITV professionals eventually pass on, they all go to the big VMware in the sky. Yeah, that's the Windows 11 background with just no. You will not be VMwaring today. That's the VMware player, by the way. It lets you play virtual machines inside of your machine without turning it into a full-fledged server. I think there might be an error preventing this slideshow from playing. Really? You think an error is preventing this slideshow from playing? I don't know. How could an error prevent this slideshow from playing? This slideshow from playing, an error could occur, but it wouldn't be able to. An error is preventing the slideshow from playing. You will now obey the slideshow. Good morning. You are now become the slideshow. Hold these pictures. Thank you. Our compression algorithm is so good that you can fit an entire HTML file in 8.4 bits. 0.4. 64.48 bytes, 17.24 bytes. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that is weird. Okay, so bits are ones and zeros. Like you can't have half of a bit. That'd be 0.5, which is not a thing. No. 4 bits are actually called a nibble. 8 bits are a byte, but you can't have 8.4 bits. It's like not a thing. I love the Oculus PC software. Do you? Do you really? I thought you were being sarcastic. I mean, I had an HTC Vive for like a week, and that thing just wanted to take my left hand like 30 miles off into space. My highest level of education is some high school graduate, some college, bachelor's degree, master's degree, doctorate degree, the unknowable school secret class, and the unknowable school eternal class. They celebrated their graduation with a slice of Big Rico's pizza. I'm sorry, I forgot my binoculars. Oh, are people finally experiencing what it's like to be legally blind? Yeah, I hate these freaking digital menus so much. To paint you a picture, this, like, let's say this is what you're trying to read, and you get out a pair of binoculars, which is basically what I do when I get out my phone, and I zoom in really far to be able to see. And then the menu keeps sliding around and updating and flashy graphics stuff. You're just trying to read a freaking price. Imagine pointing a telescope at a billboard in Times Square and trying to read the fine print of medication warnings off of it while it's animated and moving around. Go ahead, try it. You'll look like a sniper doing aerobics. Space War broke the space-time balance. What in the what? Obviously something went wrong with the monitor. My new headcanon is, oh wait, is this during daylight savings time? No, that's like a 2-week period. I love my headcanon for this is the line graphed this very boring Hump Campbell thing said, oh wait, hang on, no, I was totally mistaken, sorry. Went back in time and charted out some other data to like cover its tracks. Firefox went moonspeak. No, that looks like a barcode font. I'm pretty sure that's barcode. I'm not gonna cut up the image and try to scan it in, but yeah, if you put the proper headers and basically bookends for barcode fonts, you can put anything into a barcode. I just wanted to install CapCut in my D-Disk. Well, too freaking bad for you! The antivirus software might need its own scan. No, 28%. Good for service? Huh? This is just a scaling error, but it's still really funny. I don't think that's how time works. Time is a wibbly wobbly ball of stuff. Okay, so I do see 0 in the middle, and so, graphs and monitoring software and all sorts of stuff get very confused when DST is around. In fact, for computers, daylight savings time does not exist because it would cause just too many problems. So every computer pretty much runs off UTC, and then when you want to display the time to the user, you stack on your time zone and then your DST, and you show that to the user, but you are running UTC all the time, and you don't do any of this because this kind of stuff, you could accidentally overwrite files and logs. It's just a mess. What the frack? My DAW is melting! Well, if you'd stop making fire beats! Sorry, it was right there. It was right there. I'm allowed to make bad jokes all the time. That's an interesting font style, IMDb. What is with, what is, why have we why are your words spaghetti? What's up with the giraffe letters? Look, when you increase line spacing, it's not supposed to take the line with it. I don't have an operating system. Operating system, none. Oh, well, now I'm really curious, like, what is this? I had my browser open for about 10 minutes. Facebook, what are you like mining crypto or something? I will say Canva is really bad about this. I use it for thumbnails and cutting out memes and stuff like that. And if you leave that thing open overnight, even if it's its own desktop app, like separately, you will come back and it will have eaten all of your RAM, all of your CPU. The machine's hot and screaming, and it's just desperately trying to kill it and hoping it's saved. Something happened to my periodic table. What? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Welcome to the University of the Unknowable. This dark entity is teaching me Spanish. Some of the sentences I read. Oh, God. We come to the beach every day. Oh, yeah, that was read by a black rectangle just going,
We come to the beach every day. Please do not look at me.
I mean, I was terrible, but that graph is pretty drunk. Jesus Christ. What? I think the graph's trying to escape. Can somebody get it a therapist? Because I think he needs to understand that it's inside of a game. He speaks the language of gods. That's a language gods speak. Valhalla is gonna be so confusing. The pyramids were built by aliens. No, they weren't, YouTube. No, I'm not spreading conspiracy theories. What? Is this an Apple Maps thing? Seems like an Apple Maps thing. I do like the fancy hats. I know you just got the Z-axis coordinates off, but I like the funny hat. I subscribe to the headcanon that the pyramids are actually just pushed up pile of sand and the actual pyramids are just giant hats. That's something Gru would do. I think my Windows, it's dying. I think you might be too. Well, your first problem would be using Windows Movie Maker. DaVinci Resolve is free. I don't understand this. Windows? I don't understand a lot of things about Windows, but wow, that's a font. That's a patriotic, swirly, big, chubby, block bunny font. Not something I would have chose, but sure, okay. This is like talking at a party and you have no idea what the other person's saying because they're just like drunk screaming it at you, and you haven't had a drop to drink because you're just there for like the next 5 minutes and just want to leave. And somebody comes up to you and says this, and you just click okay, and in the real world just nod. And you just click OK to OK because you have no idea what's going on. You're hoping it wasn't a question. You just want to leave. Thanks, Microsoft Edge. Yeah, welcome. Why did it change your resolution to small square? That's the technical resolution it's at now, small square. Tried customizing my character in FIFA 23. This is weird. Khaki casual. Oh, that's not the one you have selected. Are the pants supposed to be different color? Like, I played too much Saints Row, so I don't I have no idea what's normal anymore. Sometimes if there's no texture, the game will load in a default texture. For FIFA, I guess that would be green. So maybe it just didn't load the rest of the orange. But I have no idea what's going on here. Try 0-day trial. Your 0-day trial of life has expired. Wow, this costume looks so beautiful. I like how it's called Trust Your Eye. No, I'm good. I'm good, thanks. If I'm trusting my eyes, I'm running the other way. Behold, the Olympic rings of Twitter. This is what Twitter would look like if they attempted the Olympics. About the competency level. 2 people dropping off my food? Fight. I'm guessing they're signed in on 2 phones at the same time. But that also raises the question, is that allowed? And why would the app track both phones at the same time? And also, what? Very large location. No, that's not a location. It's just actually there. There's just a giant red button in the middle of Willow. There are way too many consecutive consonants in that. Dude, if you got a G and an H, you don't need a B. You don't need it. You could have gotten rid of the G and the H and just put B and Y or B and I. Like, this could have been so much less of a train wreck. Ah, yes, the great wordle. The word of the day. This doesn't look right. What land you're the P to yes, OFGH with what? Ye? And yeah. Check. ZXCVB. No. M. I'm guessing this isn't the official word. I've never downloaded the app because why? But I don't know. Does it actually like give you little phrases? That's hilarious. This one clearly is just bonkers, but still. This could take forever. Sending 111% completed. What else are you saying? What else are you sending? Found this on one of my groups on Facebook. Ouch.
Yes, well, what you will see here is that the computer is, broken.
Like, really broken. Like, they tried on this. I'm thinking, I really hope this isn't the case, but it looks like they pulled the CPU out of the motherboard without releasing that giant lever right there. I'm not sure though, so I'm not gonna make too much fun of them, but yikes. I survived a car crash. Oh, thank goodness. I hope you're okay. And so did my laptop. Oh, thank goodness. I hope your laptop's okay. Hey, look at that, it runs. Well done, MSI. You built yourself a little tank. Actually, with solid state drives, as long as the computer's not running, there's not a whole lot of moving stuff in modern laptops. Inertial force shouldn't do a ton of damage. The most fragile thing is yeah, it's gonna be the screen and maybe the hinge or something like that. Nice logo design. I haven't run Wine in so long, I don't even remember if that's what it's supposed to look like or not. Like, I know it's supposed to be all one thing, but like, I don't think those rainbow lines are supposed to be there. I degloved a HDMI cable. On purpose? Congratulations? It's shielded? Congratulations, it's a shield! Thanks for the warning? Settings, battery low, 100%. Charge your phone. Assuming this isn't a visual glitch, there should be a calibrate battery. Oh, I haven't done this so long. Somewhere in the settings. It might be under a menu accessed through the phone dial pad. Yes, there's a secret mode back there too. But it might think that your phone battery is either really bad or it's incalibrated, so it thinks it's going to drop off immediately. Or it's a fracked up notification, in which case you can ignore me. MacBook Pro's sign-in screen went a little wavy. Do we got more funk? Ooh, we got more funk. That's okay. This is interesting because GPUs, and I'm not gonna like pretend I'm a complete expert on how graphics drivers works, but usually when they go wrong, you'll see artifacts, stuff not refreshing, you'll see shadows of things like that, or you will see lots of triangles or like horizontal lines or vertical bars or stuff. It usually has to do with refreshing the screen or drawing the triangles needed for a 3D render of something. This looks like an FFT, like a fast Fourier transform. This looks like Apple Silicon going wrong, and now it makes me curious to see what's in Apple Silicon that's turning it into a lava lamp. I'm really curious if this like gets worse with heat or I have so many questions. Anyways, this cable management has made me go insane trying to find what wire goes where. Oh, you have awoken the demon. I cannot describe how passionate I am about cable management, and it's the stupidest thing to be passionate about, but oh my god, I bought a label maker for consulting, but I use it all the time at home. It was nearly $200. It was originally for, labeling patch panels and, hundreds of jacks at once. So like, it was within reason, but I label everything and I have color codes. If you look up Mighty Marks, they color code everything. You could do so much with just a $6 pack of Velcro ties and some colored spike tape and make this look just so much better. Just nothing else. Maybe some wall buttons, maybe a raceway. Okay, all right, I'm not gonna redesign this entire thing. Not for free anyway. I was charging my Bluetooth headphones and they decided to melt. Did we get a spicy pillow? Well, no, we did not. That's not a spicy pillow. Okay. First I have 5 questions about the charge. Is that one of those super tiny barrel jacks? Okay, so it's a super tiny barrel jack that wasn't soldered well and was arcing. And what brand are those so that I never buy them? I cannot tell, but I never buying these. Windows moment. Windows has lots of moments. 1059. Is there a date and time format? I was going through all the time formats. I was like, I know there's weird epoch ones. That's probably a graphics card thing, actually. It probably hasn't updated the 9 out of existence. It's kind of cool though. I would put that up on my wallpaper. You could just put that up on your wallpaper and not actually be the time, just to screw with people. One of my brother's PCs. What in the you know what? It works and it's not in my house. I also think what is that in the background? That blue thingy. If that's an oscilloscope, your brother knows what he's doing and can build whatever computer he likes. At first glance, I thought that was anti-static foam, which is conductive and would just immediately fire. But whatever, it's not in my house. Not a good name for batteries. Leaky cell. Yeah, I can tell. I like the new Facebook update. Facebook still updates? Oh, that's nice. You can't see anything your crazy conspiracy theorist aunt is blasting about. I unlocked the new numbers achievement. Have you told mathematics about this? They get very excited about things like this. I like how it looks like some of them are dancing. We're just having a funky episode today. Chips and dips. This better not be, oh my god, not this again. That is a waste of a perfectly good cup of ranch dressing. Well, that's a new one. Really? I am so paranoid about this happening to all of my devices. I have these little magnetic USB-C clips on my laptop and my ultra portable, just because and they just it's like adding MagSafe to a USB-C connector, because I'm afraid of this happening. No thermal paste needed. Famous last words. Warning. Remove before installation. I'm not sure how you equated this to not needing thermal paste. Oh, is there a thermal pad behind this? You would not believe, however, just side tangent, the number of posts on Hardware Gore of PC installers and stuff like that building machines and not taking that off. Like, they'll apply thermal paste, which conducts heat from the CPU up to the cooler, and then the cooler blows it off or puts it into like a liquid cooling system to cool the thing down. The number of builds where they don't remove that pad and then they just like smell like molten plastic, because the thermal paste is bringing the heat right up to that plastic barrier. And the plastic barrier is just melting. I love our electricians. Ooh, oh no. Oh god. What? Wait. No. Okay.
If you're running wiring in a building, do not let your electrician run your data unless they know what they're doing.
I think I commented on one of these in a Lexplanations video, and somebody in the comments actually defended it. Like, oh, that'll work for like 100 megabit connections. I was like, we don't run things that are good enough. We run things to spec. We find things that are good enough, and we correct them to spec. It is called having standards and being good at your job. In case you are wondering, this is not to spec for a whole host of reasons, but wire nuts aren't designed to hold wires that tiny. You'll get crosstalk from all the exposed twists. I'm not gonna go into it here. Trust me, it's bad. Why would the paper clips fit so perfectly on the batteries if they didn't want us to do this? Okay, I read the text and then I looked at the image, and when I read the text, I thought about the thing where you can put like a paperclip on top of a battery and it'll spin like a little tiny motor. And I was like, oh yeah, that's fun. And then I looked at this. That USB better be outbound, right? That is, okay. All right, yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Okay, all right, you've made 12 volts of power. This actually does work. But I'll counter your initial claim, OP, that there are multiple sizes of paper clips. And just because you have found one that fits does not mean that your idea was intended. I'm not saying it's a terrible idea. I am saying don't bring it into my house. Don't deploy it to a client, but you know, in a pinch, it's actually good to know. If you are ever in a really bad situation and you have a car charger and like your car's dead or something like that, 8 batteries, it doesn't matter what size. The size is just gonna determine how long it runs, but 8 AA's, 8 D cells, that will get you 12 volts of power. And if you can connect them all up to a cigarette lighter charger like that, you will be able to charge your phone from a cigarette lighter because you're providing 12 volts DC. No thermal paste. Why? Why are we? Okay, well, I don't think thermal paste is your biggest issue right now. But anyways, there's a GPU, an AMD Fire Pro something or other running at 511 degrees Celsius. Hang on, I gotta look something up. What is the melting point of copper? Oh wow, 1084 degrees Celsius. What is the melting point of PCB? 188 degrees Celsius. Yeah, so I would make sure that there's nothing important below that laptop. While I'm Googling things, what is the melting point of human? Oh, humans can't melt. You'll go through pyrolysis, but yeah, no. See, I learned something today. About a month ago, I gave my friend my old PC.
I see no friend here, only traitor.
Peak cooling efficiency. Yeah, that'll do it. Little 6-inch desk fan. Yeah, good job. Yeah, you got this. Everyone shout encouraging words to the fan. Yeah, Mom, something happened with my phone. Always something. Oh, did you get shot? What did you do? If you're ever confronting an IT person with a problem and you're hoping that they will help you solve it, treat them like you would EMS. Like, just be honest. The more honest you are, the more likely we're at least able to point you in the right direction of the fix or be able to fix it. If you're just like, something happened, I have no idea, and you know damn well what happened, just say so. We're not gonna judge you. It happens. Network cabinet at a place I work. I hate this place, bruh. See, that's the kind. This is actually not that bad. This is really not that bad. I can see the switches. The Unify AP just barely hanging out on the top. That better not be an array up there. I don't know what that silver thing is. The switch down at the bottom is pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But as far as the amount of effort it would take to clean this up, this is like a 10-hour downtime window. Like, ask to take a day off during the week, ask for a downtime window during the weekend, order some pizza, blast some music, put some headphones in, zone out, and just go down the entire thing and cable manage it all. And then it'll make your life so much easier for years to come. Like, it's literally just one day of work will make your life so easy. iPod is disabled. Try again in 7,035 minutes. Vintage Apple iPod model A1367 16 gig white for parts not working. I mean, technically it is working. I don't know if a Flipper Zero could get through that. I don't know how angry the old iPod lock screen was. Found this poor thing in Colorado Springs. The Logitech Wireless MK335. Is it bad? I can identify that from half of a keyboard? Probably. It comes with a mouse too. It's a full set. Well, now it's no, but it was at one point. Wow, I'm popular. OBS Studio is using the webcam. OBS Studio is, oh, wait. Discord Canary is using the webcam. Discord Canary. Wow, okay. Opera GX. Why are you allowing all of these applications to access your webcam? Also, what notifier are you using for that? That looks sick. I appreciate that you blurred everything out except for the time. Little strip and just like, it's time. They tried replacing their PS4 HDMI port themselves. HDMI ports are really hard to replace because there's so many pins on HDMI and they're all so closely grouped together. So not only do you have to be pretty good at surface mount soldering, you have to be very good about aligning it in the first place. It's a tricky repair. This is the kind of repair like I would pay somebody to do for me if I needed it done. Like I wouldn't even bother. But yeah, it looks like a war zone because it was. And they've probably burned the traces through the boards, and I don't even know. I hope they can just replace the logic board and go from there for the PS4. I don't know the inside of the PS4 well enough. I should crack open my Pro at some point. Just built my first PC. Congratulations! Do you think I put enough thermal paste? I didn't want to put it in place yet. Okay, all right. I'm usually so anti all the people that are like,
yes, this is only the correct way to do thermal paste, and if you do this in any other way, you are a heretic. But
this right here, you are a heretic. Prepare to suffer. Blood for the blood gods. Skulls for the skull throne.
I need the data recovered from this. Cost is no issue.
Oh, cost is not the issue. I know this is a recaption. There's actually no hard drive. These are actually really cool, though. These are a line of HPs that had like a media bay in the front. Like it was like a juiced up 5.25 bay that you could plug in like a TV receiver into, and they sold all these little modules and stuff. It was one of the few cool things HP ever did. Cute dog! Excited dog refuses to be denied its pool time. My dog is made of lines. Maybe we're just looking at the dog very closely and he is made out of corduroy. Was recommended that I perform a disk cleanup. Is this right? If it's in a I swear to God. Call on dead server drive. Need to order. Customer pulls out box and says, but we have lots of replacements. That's really blurry, dude. Wait, is this October 2000? Oh. I mean, well, first off, it's an IBM Ultrastar, so it's gonna shred itself. Don't even. It does depend on what you're replacing though, because I've seen alarm systems run on Windows NT, and I've seen like elevator systems and BMS running some really old. So, you know, sometimes if you have a RAID already configured in that, you do actually need a couple of those sitting around. On the plus side, I will give the client full credit for, at the time, ordering spares. When you're building a server, especially in enterprise environment, buy a spare. Or do, like, if you're not doing, like, you know, full mirroring, or even if you are, buy a couple spares, because you're going to need that exact capacity, and some RAID boards are going to be picky about the actual hard drive model and things like that. I'm sorry, I'm blathering. But anyways, yes, don't use drives from 2000. Yes, I drive going backwards down the road. Oh, the switch. Yeah, the way these switches work is really funny. They basically are a video feed injector, and then the camera itself is it depends on the car, but some of them are powered up by the circuit that goes to the reverse lights. So if that switch gets stuck and the video injector just like keeps feeding video directly into the infotainment, it'll just keep displaying that over top of whatever you're looking at. But the camera won't be powered up because you're not in reverse. My backlight died. Yeah, this can happen, especially on TN monitors and earlier LCDs. They had basically something called CCFLs. Long, very thin fluorescent tubes, and fluorescent tubes need a very high amount of voltage to get started. And the base of the monitor, there'd be a little thing called an inverter, and those things would go out all the time. So you'd have a perfectly good panel, but it wasn't lit up. So you could either, if you were poor, like me, you could take the back off and just use sunlight to shine through the screen, which doesn't work. This is a joke. You pretty much have to hold up a flashlight until you can get an inverter repair. Forgot the second digit. Wait, how did you skip it? That must be a GPU glitch. Not a GPU, just like a software glitch. What should I pick? Accept EULA? In order to create a server, you must accept Minecraft's EULA. Do you accept their EULA? Accept or accept? Yeah, whoever this, I'm guessing, cloud server provider. Maybe another pass on your UI wouldn't be the worst thing. Found this mess in my hospital inside bedsheets storage. Yeah, hospitals can get, if you're not super careful with healthcare, like you have to be like my levels of picky about spec and cable management. And, like, you will not get downtime. Like, you can't just bring down radiology because you went to make the cables look prettier, or you know, I can't find this thing, so I need to pull trace it by like unplugging it and seeing what goes down. You can't do that in a hospital. So when you do install things, you have to install them very cleanly. And when you add things, you have to add clean, like you have to leave room for all that stuff, because you will never get downtime to clean it back up. Because people get sick, and people being sick is more important than your server cabinet. Should I zip my zip? File unsupported. Sorry, example.zip is a type of file not supported by Slack. Try uploading a .zip version of this file. Okay, is your .zip really a .zip? Because I think what you did here is you put a file inside a wrapper, or you just modify the extension, and it's not actually a .zip. Is it a .7 zip? Is it a password protected zip? Then it's not a normal archive. Now, if you did all that, like if it's a normal zip, then Slack's just broken or screwed up on your computer. I found this beauty on a sidewalk, and you should put it right the frack back down. That's a spicy pillow, the first of this episode. Windows 11. Oh, God. You cannot delete this because the file exists. Wait, I'm sorry. An unexpected error is keeping you from deleting the file. If you continue to see this error, you can use the error code to search for the problem. Error, blah, blah. The file exists. The file exists elsewhere? Are you an REFS partition or something? This sounds stupid because it does look stupid. It's funny. I just always try to figure out what exactly happened. Oh my, that's why the internet is so slow. Jesus Christ. Okay, I did cover this in a explanations video, and the number of people defending this split Ethernet thing, being like, it's fine. No, I know it will work. IT is not about doing what will work. It is about aiming for the best standard of work. Save your creative fixes for your home network, and don't even present options like this to the client. Like, it's just, no, it's not no, stop. Why is it so big? Why is what so big? You have the font size turned up. I have the font size turned up on my phone. You just have the font size turned up. And here you can see a very annoying thing about Android, and one of the reasons I switched over to iOS. When you change the font size, like, only half the things actually change. Like, I would expect this to turn into a list view with larger text if I ramp up the font size, because if I'm ramping up the font size, I can't see the tiny font size. It could also be a resolution thing. Check your display resolution. When you don't listen to your parents when they tell you to keep the music down. This makes me angry every single time. Mainly because behind this is a potentiometer usually, with a bunch of ridges on it, and sometimes they're polarized so they can only go in one location. But most of the time they're not. You can just pull off the knob and rotate it to where you want to, and then put it back on. So max volume doesn't mean anything, and you just destroy the front of an amplifier for your ego or something because your kid likes. Get them a good pair of headphones, and then you don't have to listen to it. They can enjoy their music. People do not want to work together. Super spicy. Whoa. Oh, you were not kidding. Holy Satan's Hot Pocket! That is a bag of bad day. Oh, good Lord, you can see the inside of it too. Run! Yeah, run, that is full of some very, very bad gas. When Explorer starts exploring. Yeah, Windows 11 is not finished. It is not. I'm building a home server right now, and it came with Windows 11 Pro, and I don't have drivers for the PC I got for Windows Server. It's dealing with it, but good Lord, it is not finished. 15-story hotel drop on an iPhone 7 Plus. Does insurance cover 15-story drops? I mean, if you have AppleCare or device protection, it should. I mean, if it covers the phone being lost, that was always kind of my part. If it covers the phone being lost, even if your phone is only somewhat damaged, and they're like, oh, we don't cover that. Oh, I lost the phone. Now what? I was tasked with fixing this. I don't even know where to start. I'm a kitchen manager. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's a lot for a non-IT person to fix. If you are still tasked with doing this, despite that blue column is actually pretty well done. So I go ahead and just like color code or label all of the ports on that Netgear switch. line them all up so that you know what ports go back in, so that your goal is to be able to unplug everything and plug it back in exactly where it was. So start there and then start working your way out. Color code or like number or something like that, every jack to every jack, and then unplug all of it. Straighten all the cables out, start rolling them up, get like $6 worth of Velcro ties, tie them up into coils, and plug everything back in nice and neat. And that should get you at least somewhat there. Good luck, genuinely. This is not at all a fair situation for you. Storage full. You've used all your 300 gigs of individual storage. To upload more files, free up space, or talk to your administrator. Current usage, 90.75 terab. What are you uploading? 0.24 gigs of Google Drive. What else do you have? Casual testing in Python. Test failed 1, passed 72 of 73. Failed 6%. Warning, roots CI something. 2, not equal to 2. Expected 2, actual 2. Click to see difference. Click it. Click it. Is it a Unicode 2? Are the characters exactly the same? Do you have a, I think Python strips out the spaces. I don't know the context here. I haven't played around with Python in years, so. I have no text and I must scream. Oh my God. I've seen this happen before on Windows 10 too. I've actually seen this happen on Mac OS X as well. I've never been able to figure out if it's the text of the color of the background color, because as soon as you highlight it, it seems to refresh and all the text pops in, or if it just isn't rendering the text, because I think DWM, which is Desktop Window Manager, actually sends the text to the screen. I'm not entirely sure. I have to look it back up again. I like your background, by the way. That looks cool. If that's intentional. If it's not intentional, then it looks cool anyway. That's not a light. That's a fire. Or it's melting metal. Is that a power supply? Okay, I see some network cables down below. Are these modular power supplies for a switch? I actually don't know what these are. They look cool, but oh, these might be internal power supplies for a server. No, I'm not sure what these are. I think they're power supplies. Sometimes power supplies go bad, and this is why you have redundancy. Who the frack designed this motherboard? I mean, look, sometimes you can't get a surface mount capacitor in the size that you need. However, you move the trace to somewhere else so that you're not interfering with the IDE. Hello, nice to see you again. I understand you probably want this giant capacitor next to the ATX power connector, but no, redesign your board. They are forming a mega message. Whoa, man, calm down. Whoa, man, calm down there, buckaroo. Slow down, mister. What is this, iMessage? Oh, it's iMessage with the multiple images thing. I think I've seen this happen before. If you share a link and you're going back and forth really fast, like the link will expand and it'll go behind the other message. I think I may be a gift card. We are all gift cards if we think about it. Body type. It looks like a clipboard. Yeah, I guess I see the gift card now. It also looks like a flash drive in the like blister pack. What body type is that supposed to be? Guys, I think I'm addicted. 2-player games, the challenge. Daily playtime. 23 hours, wow, 23 hours and 59 minutes every single day. You haven't slept in days. Good Lord. I am 10 to 1ing that it runs in the background, and it's counting that as foreground activity, which concerns me from a security standpoint. This is definitely the gear of the Linux desktop. Using battery power, 74 hours, 32 minutes remaining. Why is it showing hex? Like, right above that, just raw hex. You don't show raw hex to the user if you're trying to create a desktop operating system. Oh, that's such a Linux thing. Tried to fix my laptop. Heard a pop. Oh, a pop is never, oh no. That is an old looking die, old looking processor. I've been trying out Arch Linux. Gaming mostly works, mostly. Wait, what game is this? It looks vaguely like GTA 4. Genuinely kind of cool though. I like seeing the inside of games. I was a little hungry. No, we do not eat the RAM. Stick of RAM is not equal to a stick of butter. More expensive and less delicious. Garmin watch thinks I'm a colibri. There's something in the comments for the comments to yell at me about. Respiration 252 breath rate per minute. I'm guessing that's what that is. Mine just says breaths per minute. I think. But look, I get excited too, but don't hyperventilate. You could die. Words of advice. Lexi advice. Don't hyperventilate. Today I came home and found my laptop completely wet because I left the window open. Well, it's on the keyboard. If it was still running, you might be screwed. Unplug everything. If you're comfortable, open it and disconnect the battery. Let everything dry out. You can go over it with a hairdryer on the cool setting, like no heat, just the airflow. Wait 24, maybe even 48 hours, depending on how humid it is in your area. If it can run without the battery, I'd try running it without the battery first, because then you can directly control the power in case you see any smoke or smell anything, and it might recover. It depends on the amount of impurities in the water that fell on it. Now, if it was running and it's already off and this is just the aftermath and it's dead, then I'm sorry. But these kind of things actually can surprisingly be recovered from. The network is down. My blood pressure goes up a little bit every time I hear that, even though I work in infrastructure engineer. Like, I build servers now, and I'm not in charge of the networks. But it's still just, what in the hell? What in the I'm sorry. What is that? What in the, no, you know what? I'm good. I'm good not knowing what happened here and who you're going to find. Just all you have to do is look for a guy with a really big drill. I would look very quickly because he's probably running away at like Mach 5 once he realizes that the network engineer is coming after, because these are probably fixed cable runs, which means they are punched from a patch panel and then they go to like an office or a room or something, like a conference room. And you can splice these, but they will never be quite as reliable. They can be. You could put a patch bay in between these two and like repatch everything, kind of. But this is a lot of work to repair. Like, this is a nightmare because you have no idea what cable goes where. You have to trace out every single cable and repair it or rerun it. I mean, fortunately, it's only those holes. So like, there's probably some savable stuff in there, but it's still a mess. It's still a mess. So sorry. I'm so sorry.
Got it. Got what? Oh, you mean you got it. Oh no, that's totally fine. Gotta love VRAM and frame buffer corruptions. As a matter of fact, no. No, you don't gotta love those things. Grafana is working fine. Oh, it's a graphing thing. It's clearly not working fine, though. I think you're lying. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. Does it? No, I think you're correct. Something others that doesn't. Something others that doesn't. I don't know, it just reads weird. I wish I could read more than that. Don't think it's meant to be like that, iOS. Wait, are you sure? It's iOS. It's good, but it's far from perfect. Firefox got masked by my games folder. All right, let's take a look-see here. Okay. Where is... Oh, well, that's a little unique. I was gonna ask why you had Steam on here, and then I remembered that, never mind, it doesn't matter. Games? I like that. You've got chess and Steam. All the games you could ever want. Windows 7 UI handle on Windows 11. Hey, now wait, whoa. Why do I not recognize that as Windows 7? I must be an idiot. I know it's not Vista, but it just doesn't feel like 7. Is it just me, or the cowboy looking a little bit lost? What the hell am I looking at here? What happened to this guy? You know, kind of looks like Walton Goggins from the Fallout series that's coming out soon. Our tax dollars. Your VA appointment is... Okie dokie. It looks like you were trying to confirm or cancel your appointment. Please text %confirm _ code % to confirm. Thank you for confirming your appointment. What a goddamn joke. All right, but the fact that it actually accepted that is hysterical. Honestly, was not expecting that. I thought it was going to read the exact opposite of that, as a matter of fact. That's why the energy bill is so expensive. Okay, well, let's see here. We've got... Holy good lord. How much is the CPU package taken? Does that say 7,600 watts? Dude, what is that CPU? You've also only got a GT 730 up in there. Come on, man. Ah, yes, I love my picture of air. 1 out of 0 files were copied to your phone, but some weren't copied. Wait a minute. Try that one more time. One more time. Pinterest decided to be a bit silly. That's Pinterest for you. That garbage dumpster fire of a website. I'm sorry. I only hate Pinterest because it interrupts any and all searches for images. Windows Media Player? Are you okay? You're using Windows Media Player. Of course not. Also, this feels like Windows 7, right? There's something about this design. It's clearly 10, but it feels more like 7. I don't know. It just looks so old. Not sure where to put my file. Linux. Oh, well, there's your problem. You're on Linux. Yeah, I know. Linux is more than just one distro. I understand. I know. I've used quite a few. State. Okay. Upgrading. 307% with 5 minutes left. What am I doing? Guess I'll die. Oh, dude, same. Let's see what we've got going on here. Weather, 12, feels like 11. Light rain, pretty decent humidity, good precipitation. It's a little windy. Let's see here. We are about to lose 999,900% of humidity? Is the planet gonna be on fire? Windows blocked itself from using my graphics card, completely crashing the displays until reboot. Oh man, I love computer problems. I think I've mentioned it before, but I was A+ certified for about 14 seconds. What that means is I was, but I realized that I was never going to be able to work in an environment where I could help a customer. Look, if I'm on the inside helping a company, sure, but I will never help a customer fix any issue whatsoever. Helping my friends fix stuff is already a nightmare. Helping myself fix stuff, worst thing in the world, actually. Okay? Like, look at this. What the hell happened here? Why? How do you diagnose that problem? My Xbox app switched from English to another language on one screen. I live in the UK and don't speak other languages. Oh, I see. Recomendado, no Game Pass. No Game Pass? You have no Game Pass? Come on, pay for it. Zoe was so angry that she broke the game beyond repair. Oh dear lord, what game am I looking at though? What is this? And how old is it? Ubuntu, or Ubuntu, or Ubuntu, depending on how insane you are, or how arrogant your opinion is, didn't want to restart. I mean, that's totally fine. Would you say that kernel was in a little bit of a panic? I'm kidding. Your opinion's not arrogant if you know how to pronounce it. I just don't, because I don't care. And also, that sure is a lot of kernels. I want some popcorn. I did not think this one could break. That game broke? Wow, that's actually kind of impressive. Ubuntu is stable, they said. Isn't it among the most stable? I mean, hell, I don't know. I haven't used it in years. Salad is going a bit in the 90s. Wait, Salad? What's Salad for? Blah, 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 needs to be restarted. I don't know what Salad's for, but all I know is the simpler the name, the more annoying, complex, and weird the program is probably going to be. Thank you for transforming my BIOS into Scratch games. Oh, whoops. Oopsie poopsies. Guys, am I addicted? Absolutely. Look at that. You've spent 10 million years on your screen. You might need to chill. Papa John sent my pizza order overseas. Well, hopefully that guy had a decent dinner, I guess. Where exactly did it land? Ooh, I see, in Norway. Oh dear, I'm kidding. In Oslo. Wait, is that Oslo? You know what? Doesn't matter. That actually does not matter. It could not matter any less in this situation. The country overseas where your pizza has landed is not a more tragic story depending on where overseas. The fact is, it's overseas, okay? You guys already knew that, but I had to come to terms with it, and that's why I kept talking. I don't know. Which one do y'all think shows a line of symmetry? All right? Let me take a look here. Okay, choose one answer. Which of the following shapes shows a line of symmetry? Oh, I see. Oh, it's B. Makes sense, Windows. Thank you. What happened? Woo, now this one's old. All right, baby. Let's see. 0 bytes free of 446 gigabytes. The bar's a little messed up. You know what? The whole thing... Was this one Vista? This one feels like Vista. I mean, yeah. Yeah, what? Default messaging settings. Messaging risks detected. Messages has access to your messages. It may cause security problems. How? That's what its whole job is. That's what it's supposed to do. I might consider recompiling the shaders. Wait a minute. Hang on. Do you mean to tell me that you're playing Super Mario Bros. Wonder on a non-Nintendo approved, non-Nintendo licensed piece of hardware? If so, I don't care. Screw Nintendo. They're jerks. New Wonder effect? Nintendo ninjas are in front of your doors. I don't know if I should use 16 gigabytes or 16 gigabytes. Yeah, I can't help you with that one. That's a judgment call on your part. This screen was supposed to show a cool picture of a plane at the Lion Airport. Apparently, Windows doesn't agree. Of course Windows doesn't agree. It never agrees. My WhatsApp shrank. Lol. Oh, you weren't kidding. Good lord, it really shrank. Oh man, I love seeing the start menu for Windows 11. I'm just kidding. It's garbage, it's full of shit, and the amount of things you can't uninstall? Hey Microsoft, screw you, assholes. Hopefully this qualifies. It happened while I was shutting down my PC, and it stayed like this for 5 minutes. Whoa, hey now, hey. Hey, what were you playing? Is that RuneScape? He's a little shy. I mean, a little bit, but there's nothing wrong with that. Shyness is close to godliness. That's the saying, right? This is crazy. When you have a oh, no, I've never been able to read that word aloud. I've never tried, but also never needed to. You know what? I just can't. I think the longest word I know how to say is anti-disestablishmentarianism. Or, if you consider it a word, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Other than that, I can't really do any long words without years of prep work. European shoe sizes on eBay. Wrong. Those are numbers. A school made of cardboard? Found in City Skylines 2. Oh. Well, see, that's what you get for playing City Skylines 2. Doesn't that game still have mixed reviews on Steam? Can't it barely run with a 4090? Like, that just... budget cuts. I'll say, wait, for the game or for the school? The new Skype is a bit confused at what a zip is. The new Skype? .zip. What does it say? What? I don't care, man. I haven't used Skype in like 12 years. Okay, not that long. It's probably been like, oh shoot, what year did Discord officially take over the planet? Because I started using it within a week or two of it releasing, and I don't even remember. Was it 2016? 2017? I don't remember at all. Maybe it was earlier than that, and I'm stupid. Maybe 2020. I'm in a call with my friend, and what the actual hell? All right, let me zoom in on this one. I don't even know what platform you're on, because that's not Windows, right? I don't even know, man. It's up to 11. I feel like that's higher than 11. 235 miles per hour in a small neighborhood. Nice. I mean, that's just impressive. If you can go that fast, laws shouldn't apply to you. I'm just saying. If you're able to get to that speed with any car that's not worth millions of dollars today, right now, screw it. No laws for you. Just go for it. Just where do you think you're going, Snapchat? It's probably going back into the goddamn garbage where it belongs. Sorry. I love Snapchat, but they've got a lot of things to figure out. A lot of these apps do, to be perfectly honest. Look, I paid for Snapchat Plus just to see how bad it was. It's worthless. 20, 30 bucks a year, whatever it is, worthless. And they never leave you alone. They are constantly trying to get into your contacts and all sorts of shit. Although I have to say, the worst part of Snap are the spectacles. I'm sorry, they're really cool, they're unique, they're neat, and I loved using the first set of glasses, but I have to say, Snapchat, can you learn to actually make designs that aren't embarrassingly stupid? All of those glasses are so bad, it's laughable. It is laughable. You've got some interesting tech in each one, but you're so ugly. Playing solitaire incorrectly. That's always what I did, though. I was always playing. I don't remember how to play it now, though. I'm sorry, what? 189,000 views, 7 million okay, now that's a little unique. The like bug is back on YouTube. The like count is often wrong. Check the description to find the actual count. It's in the description now? Huh. If your Microsoft Edge app is losing cookies when restarted, ensure that your Bing Wallpaper app has updated to version 2.0.0.5. What? Huh? If your Microsoft Edge app is losing cookies, update the Wallpaper app. What kind of weird crap is that? Spend $500 in a year to save how much? Your progress. Member, spend $500 in 1 year to save null. To save null? What am I doing then? Instagram is happy. Are you sure about that? Chess.com decided that my mistake is the $sign? Well, then don't do that again, idiot. My Discogs app has decided to start having fun replacing text with emoji. The car in Carl has become well, that's pretty unique, I have to admit. When is Price Charting gonna get an iPhone app? I'm just saying. I know that everybody that has an Android right now in the comments is about to start saying the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I'm just saying, why not? Come on now. This is why I hate English study. Are we on time? We/on time? Are we on time? I don't know. Are we? All English statements are in square brackets. Were you not aware? Oh yeah, that's how I've always spoketh. A disc? Are you sure it needs a disc? YouTube needs one? I mean, I don't know. Didn't Netflix on the Wii need a disc, at least for installation or something weird like that? I'm probably misremembering it, but nonetheless, you ought a new top. Wait, it's dying. Today my manager was nostalgic, or my task manager, not your regular manager. I see. You're getting 1 megabits, 1 mbits, as a matter of fact. God damn, why don't you fix that? I think it might be trying to tell me something. All right, let's see. What exactly could that be? I'm not seeing a pattern in this particular notification, but thank you for trying, DuckDuckGo. I can't wait to see what my friend texted me in EPEI.men. Oh dear Christ. Oh dear Lord in heaven. Thank you, Malwarebytes. Did it find anything, or? Also, I'm sorry, but you might have one of the greatest desktop wallpapers of all time, and we can only see about half of it. Windows 11! Woo! You know, I haven't run into any stupidity just yet. I know I've only had the operating system upgrade for about a week or so, because, you know, Microsoft is handing every single update out for free like candy or some stupid crap, because they get to hide ads and garbage in there now to offset any costs. That's probably not the real reason, but nonetheless, I don't care. I've said nonetheless quite a few times this recording. It doesn't matter. The point is I haven't hit any massive roadblocks, but I'm expecting like 30 now that I have said those words out loud. This keeps happening every time I restart my laptop, and it's so goddamn annoying to have to go to Windows settings and reset the theme. It's stock Windows 11 with no visual mods or anything installed, and this keeps happening. Sounds like Windows is working as expected then. I had to restart my computer after this. I can see why. What the hell? Snapchat AI is addicted to Snapchat AI is also a giant goddamn joke. I'm typing at the sky if light. What? What does that mean? No, I'm sure this is confusing too, but what the hell does that mean? Your device ran. Go catch it. Our device ran. OP had a stroke. Thank you. I feel a little more validated today. Yes, this is definitely how uppercase works. Yeah, it is. It definitely is, guys. I don't know what to tell you. What am I supposed to say? Yes, but there's an 8 and a 6 in my code. Oh, well, I guess you're just gonna have to deal with the fact that you're never getting back into your phone. That's not how a clock works, Samsung. Can you prove fundamentally that that's not how a clock works? Can you tell me all about what a clock really is? What it really means? I doubt it. That's what I thought. I think there might be something wrong. I'm not sure. Okay, let's zoom in here and see if we can sleuth this one out. Okay. All right, that looks about correct. Oh, it's a game engine. Okay, I don't know how to say it. Is it Godot? Is it Godot? Is it Godot? I don't know. Clearly something is a little bit afoot with whatever you were doing, and I apologize. What is it asking me to do? I don't know. What goddamn decade is it that you're surprised about a blank error from Netscape Navigator, dude? Phone call from +1. Is that a weird thing? Oh, I thought you meant like country code or something like that. I didn't know you were actually called by the number 1. Don't you just hate when NVIDIA's drivers take psychedelics without your consent? I mean, if NVIDIA's drivers want to take psychedelics, I don't know why they would need my consent to do it. I guess it's just doing it on my computer that bugs me. I'm steeped in anticipation for what may. System. This accessory may what? May what? Would you need to be more, what's the term, forthcoming with your explanation? Got this one poking at a trivia question on Microsoft Edge. Carbonic acid. What is the pH of carbonic acid? Your answer, 5. Correct answer, screw you, I hate you. This CAPTCHA doesn't seem to quite get it right. Are you sure? Did you type correctly? Because I don't think you did. Oh, man. Wait, hold on. No, wait, give me one more second. I love the Chrome OS Android app feature. Do you? Oh, no, you're lying. You're lying. You can't tell me that you're actually being serious here. Always wanted to post something on this. Holy crap. What in the actual shit happened here? You know what? I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't use emojis. I don't know if I ever will again. So it doesn't really matter to me if they're all screwed up. Would you like big or small graphics? All right, let's see here. Intel Iris G graphics or Xe. I really don't care. We recommend using, okay, you recommend using one of them on this graphics card, or sorry, graphics video card. Do you have any other brilliant recommendations? Green Day is so popular that their views ascend out numerical system. Isn't that something? Except not quite. Thankfully, I can still indeed read the number that is there, but alright. Harvard used a lowercase hyphen instead of uppercase. Oh, what? Oh. It should most likely be capitalized. Yeah, I'm sure of that. Do I care? Not in particular, no. Well, it doesn't look like an improvement to me. We've improved the mobile app. Yeah, okay. Call me when you guys actually do that, though. It's the same thing. All right. Not how I remembered Candy Crush. Not how I remembered Candy Crush. Beautiful. At least it's not actually a complete repost by the user 5DYSZ3Q. It just looks like a double notification. Well, that's better than something, is it not? Something tells me my problem isn't going to be fixed. I'm your PayPal assistant, powered by generative AI, and always here to help. I'm still in beta testing, so talking to you helps me learn. What can I help you with? Cannot stay logged in. Is that helpful at all? No. F you and f your generative AI. Software gore. Software gore. That's just Reddit for ya, baby. Maybe if they used more generative AI, it would be way better. Right, everyone? Guys, I think this was made by Microsoft. Start a knock-knock joke. Okay, that's great. What the hell is happening in this image, though? I see Copilot, your everyday garbage-ass companion. I don't know. Can you sense a theme going on here lately? I'm sure you can. Oh, man, if only I cared about Copilot or whatever it's called. I don't actually know its name. I think that's what it's called. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day for me. Calendar on Arch Linux KDE. Okay, well, that's a little interesting. I didn't know there was a 0th day or -1th day or -2nd day or -3rd day, but color me impressed. And if this was done in February, I had no idea that month went all the way up to 36, considering that, 29 is only something that happens every 4 years, right? What am I specifying? What? Please specify. Just do it. Just specify, dude. There's nothing wrong with just doing what you're told. I love when something breaks. Wow, such empty, yet 62 comments seem to be there. Also, is anyone else slightly annoyed with that? Look, it's 2024. We don't have to have the cutesy wow, such empty, heckin' whimdy, blah 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 doggo bullshit. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's just a minor annoyance. I do see that a lot because Reddit screws up a lot. You know, their main app is garbage, and they made sure that third-party apps can't exist anymore, so good for them. I heart NVIDIA drivers. This would be a lot funnier if you didn't do something f***ing weird with it. I mean, okay, I guess to be fair, you may not have done something weird with the driver itself, but creepy, was Jeff the Killer background? That's great. Appreciate you, friend. What do people also search for? First iPhone to have 4 gigabytes RAM. iPhone RAM list. How much every model has. People also search for... Alright, I can't really help you out with that one, friend. To be fair, I can't really help anybody out with anything, but that's beside the point, I suppose. I sure love when I die in my sleep, feeling very rested. However, alright, 7 hours, 15 minutes in bed. We got 1:31 to 8:46. And you had 0 bit... Dude, that is pretty impressive. If I could get my heart rate all the way down to 0, let me tell you, I would. A lovely walk. I have no clue. 6,600 steps, 24 miles? Good lord. Were you skipping like 300 feet in between all those steps? Oh my god. Obviously, there's a giant screw up here for sure. I think, let me see, the last time I was at Disneyland, I clocked 21,000 steps and walked, 13 miles? You're doing pretty good. Like, you're absolutely skyrocketing there. Oh, teams. Yeah, sure. I can't wait for the day where we don't have to go, oh, you, when stuff like this happens, and we can go, hey, motherfucker, fix the goddamn program you mandate we use. I was just trying to play Tetris, and the game broke? Really? Good lord. I hope it's not the cartridge and it's something weird with clearly your... not rebuilt, what's the word? Your customized Game Boy Pocket? Yes, the Vulkan renderer does indeed seem a little unstable. Yes, I can clearly see that. Thank you, Apple. Nice work. 8 out of 8 correct. 0%. Good work! You're ready to talk about accessibility features with customers. No, I'm not. I would absolutely not care to do such things for you, Apple.